Hello and welcome to episode 149 Field Home Farm Sessions. It is the Chicken Man talking on January the 4th. It's already January the 4th. Holy shit in hell. So anyways, January 4th of 2025, I was Googling or YouTube search Larry David and New Year's and some girl on the episode wished him. Larry David, if you never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, it's hilarious. I don't know if I'll get in trouble. I can't play the thing on air. It'll be copyright rights. So I just will tell you. Go through my list. Do a bit about that. Do a bit about the price of the chickens. A little bit about milk price, World Juniors, and then my Larry David. So in the episode a couple years ago, Larry David got wished Happy New Year 2 weeks after New Year's, and he goes, eh. She goes, what? He goes, it's a little bit late for Happy New Year. She goes, three days is, he said, 3 days is the limit for Happy New Year. That's his opinion, statute of limitations. So it's funny. So if you get Happy New Year in 2 weeks, you can go, Larry David. So Happy New Year's. A little bit late for Happy New Year. So it's cold out today, which is great because the rink is going to freeze. I think any farmer would just like a consistent -5 all winter. Start about December 20th, -5. End about April 17th, -5 all that time. Boom, you're good. Ground stays nice. Not a lot of snow. I told you, we went through a massive storm in Aurelia the other day. And then yesterday, my daughter wanted to go. She had like a little, they have this hockey fine-tuning kind of a training thing. So it was her first time going at 7:15 in the morning. Emmett Foster's on. Hello, Emmett. I'm an hour late, but I had to do a couple things in the other chicken barn, get things ready, clean these filters for what's it called? Heat exchanger. Sorry, I couldn't even brain fart there. Heat exchanger, so I have to wet them down. It's a meticulous fucking job that just takes forever. If you're ever going to put in heat exchangers in a chicken barn, do not put the ones with the big filters that you have to manually clean. They have so many different types now. I don't even know if it's 100% worth it. You have to look into it. I was talking with another guy because I'm calling all these farmers, and I was talking to another guy, and he said, I have a new barn that I'm sitting in doing my podcast, and I have an old barn that was built 11 years before. And he was asking, he came to the open house a couple years ago, and Emmett was there with his son, Josh, and they had a beer. Very nice. 63 hearts there, Emmett. So I text, sorry, I get off track. You know how it works. So I text Roscoe, and I said, I'm going to be on in 5 minutes. So he's not here. Mystery Cleve gave me a couple of texts last night. He ate some Sergeant's chickens. He says it was delicious. He says it was my chicken. I said, well, unless I shipped out New Year's Eve, they're probably not doing anything on New Year's Day. So the second or third, if you had chicken yesterday, My Secret Desire is on, whoever that is. Hello. That could be a code name for somebody else, but we'll see. So if you had my chickens went out New Year's Eve, if you had ate chicken on January 3rd, wings or chicken from Costco or some other restaurants, it could have been my chicken, but you never know. Emmett, what was I talking about? You got me off track. So anyways, these humidity, this barn, my old barn was built 11 years before, and the chickens went out, and this barn was 100 grams less than the other barns. So I was talking to the farmers on my quest for my director nomination, and he was asking me, does this barn work better or the old barn? And I said, well, if you go by stats and results, the old barn is doing better. So new technology is not always the best, and salesmen are not selling old technology. They're getting paid by the engineers, by the designers to build new stuff. And if they don't sell it, they're not getting paid. So that's my 2 cents. New tractors, old tractors work just as good as new tractors. And that's about that. So Emmett's on. Mystery is not on. I was going to talk about the price of chickens. Now, I don't know how much I can go into that because what the farmer gets, I got to look on the website and check it out. So as a broiler farmer, we get about $2 a kilo for the chicken. My Secret Desire wants to call in. Well, I don't know who you are, so I can't. You got to text me a couple things. I can't just have a live listener join without. I don't know who you are, so you might say something that doesn't work with the listeners. So just tell me a little bit about who you are, and I'll have you on. I hope it's not Roscoe and he put a different name in, but we'll see. So Price of chickens, we get about $2 a kilo. I said the beef farmers, I think they get around $5 a pound. Now I don't know how that works. They go by pounds, we go by kilos. And then when the chicken sells, it usually sells by kilos or pounds. In Canada, it's supposed to be kilos. The United States is supposed to be dollars. Get into that. The friggin' Mr. M Desire there, I haven't heard from you. Just tell me a couple things about you and I'll let you on. So the American dollar is very strong right now, and our dollar is very shit right now. And we're going away this month and to the States, and it's a very non-favorable Canadian exchange rate. I think we're about 60 cents for their dollar, which is crazy if you exchange. I remember years ago when the Canadian dollar was a bit higher than the American dollar, and I heard about stories. Americans would come up here, and they come to a store and they say, "Well, it's $1. You got to pay $1.10 or something to our dollar," and I said, "No, we're not." And that's all they said. So imagine if we do that and go down there and say, "Too bad, this is our dollar, take it." That would be awesome. Maybe we get the reputation as Canadians as being a little too nice. Sometimes we just gotta say fuck it. Sorry, I had my morning coffee break, unedited version. So I was going to talk a little bit too about the World Juniors. So Canadians, I'm not sure if they got put out yet, but they've had a very, very shitty outing at the World Junior Championships. Now, anybody in hockey, in rep hockey, or any type of hockey knows there's politics in every form of hockey. Now, I'm sure as hell there's some kind of politics going on even at the Hockey Canada and World Juniors, and there's a bunch of people they shouldn't have picked, a bunch of people that got left off the roster, and the results definitely. Emma, you like the show, thanks. And the results definitely went that way because the World Juniors, our Canadian team, did not make it. So I don't even watch it. I mean, my daughter doesn't watch it. She'd rather watch the PWHL, and she's a girl, so obviously she likes that. So I talk more about the World Juniors in a bit, but I said, yesterday we went up to Hockey Life. So before Emma got in and confused me, it doesn't take much to confuse me. So we do this. Guy rents the ice for an hour. It's kind of like high skilled training. 7:15 in the morning every Friday. Got to get my daughter up at 6, which she doesn't always love. Go to the rink. She works with a bunch of people, not necessarily girls, but a bunch of people. I think there was about 7 people. The coach's son was there. Another couple people from our team was there. Now we need practice, mind you. We need to work on a lot of shit because our team, as you've listened in the past, our team is not very good. So need some work. And so she does this training, and then after we're talking to King Michelle, and she says, "Why don't you go up to Hockey Life in Barrie and get a stick for your daughter and this and that?" So we go up there at 9:30. Well, it doesn't open till 10. So what the hell? So we go to Walmart. We go to a couple other places, get some things. We need coffee. I'm Justin Horak. Thanks for listening again. So Emmett drinks coffee all day. So I'm just wondering, how much coffee do you drink per day? Because I remember living with a guy years ago, and his doctor told him he's got too much blood in his coffee stream. So when you do that, that's a bit of a problem. So went to get coffee, come back, Hockey Life. If you've never been to Hockey Life, it's 100% hockey, which is not true because there was lacrosse too. And then there's ringette. Ringette is not hockey, it's on ice. Lacrosse is not on ice. So I don't know. It says Hockey Life though. So everything is overinflated for price-wise, but they have every single thing you want as far as hockey. Justin Horacek came and left. He mustn't have liked my speaking too much, but that's his loss. Because my secret desire, who I'm thinking in a way it might be Roscoe, but I'm not 100% because they haven't texted me or they haven't done anything yet. So I don't know who you are. And so did that. We come back. There's a friggin' major snowstorm on the air. Mystery is on. How are you? I don't know if I guess I didn't tell you I was coming on. I'm an hour later than I usually am. We got My Secret Desires on, and I don't know if that's Roscoe, and he disguised his name. I don't know. Secret Mystery, you got 41 hearts. Mr. Desire has 0 hearts, and Emmett's got 63 hearts. So I was talking about you eating my chicken the other day, but it wasn't my chicken. It was a chicken from my company. So I said I ship out on December 31st. And I said they're closed on New Year's Day, so I'm assuming that the chicken, I don't like 100% track it, so I'm assuming that my chicken, the bone-in chicken will go out on January 2nd, and boneless. Like if you get boneless chicken breast, they have to go to a further processing, they call it, and then that takes another day. They take out the bones, and that's your chicken breasts, and I think they have boneless legs. I'm not sure. Boneless wings are the most disgusting things. Roscoe's on. There you go. So my secret desire. I had my secret desire on here, and they left. No, here's all mystery. Mystery, tell me how many cups of coffee you have a day. Because Mr. Emmett Foster told me 4 to 5 cups of coffee a day. Now, I'm 2 cups, and that's it. Maybe 1 plus. Roscoe, how many cups? We're old now. We're all in the... Emmett, you're 50. Mystery's 52. Roscoe's 51, and I'm 51. So we'll all be 52 this year, except for Cleve will be Mystery... 0? Mystery? What do you mean you don't have any coffee? Like, how do you function during the day without coffee? I don't get it. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Mystery, or Emma, did you know that Mystery has 0 cups of coffee? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I remember if I was talking about a guy, if you know Satoru Sasaki, he was at East Gen at Gencor when I was up there, and I lived with him because he was right on the grounds. I think he had like 13 to 16 cups of coffee a day, if you freaking believe that. So he went to the doctor, and the doctor told him he had too much blood in his coffee stream. And so I got another funny fucking story about, so Satoru Sasaki, go on and on and on, and he bought a quarter beef, put it in the freezer. Too bitter for. Hold on. I'm gonna get my text. It's too bitter for Mystery. It's too bitter. Mystery, you could have decaffeinated coffee. That'd be just the same as coffee, wouldn't it? Like, what do you have in the morning to wake you up? Orange juice, apple juice, not coffee, but maybe a morning yank. I don't know. So Satoru Sasaki, he gets a half a cow of beef or a quarter cow of beef, puts it in a freezer. The plug is above a smoothie. Yeah, from who? So he has a plug above his freezer, and the laundry is right there. So you're doing laundry, and I don't know what happened, but anyways, the freezer unplugged. So like a day and a half later, he just bought this half a cow to put in the freezer. 2 days later, he figures, holy shit, the freezer's unplugged. All this is going to go bad. Now, mind you, back in the day, it was probably like $300 for the beef. Now, that same beef would probably be like $2,000. So he unplugs it. He starts cooking, so he's cheap. So he starts cooking soup like crazy, and he's like, you want soup? He's trying to blame me for unplugging. I don't think I did. It's a mystery to this day whether I did or not. So what is going on today for myself? I got to take my son to hockey in Schaumburg in another hour, and then I got to take my other daughter to... Emmett, you're just loving the show again. How do you love the show that much? Then I got to take my other daughter to hockey this afternoon. I hope there's one fucking win in this. Hey, Roscoe, tell me what happened with your son. Is he still in the OHL? I don't keep track of these things. When I got my kids in hockey, I don't keep track. Your son was in the OHL. I know that goalie. For I forget what team. Mystery will type it in 3 seconds on here. But so I don't pay attention to much other than what my kids are doing because I'm hockey every day. A weekend, we got 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. Practice Monday. I think we got another practice Tuesday. It's just full slot of hockey, minor hockey, which is why I don't watch other hockey. So thank you, boys, for listening. And then whoever was My Secret Desire, that was a person's name on my podcast, was My Secret Desire. There's Prince Reginald. Prince Reginald's on my podcast, too. So I don't know if Roscoe dropped out and he changed his name to Prince Reginald. I don't know. Thank you for listening. We will get this and talk to you later.